Good afternoon, class 12. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is society, law, and ethics. These all three are interrelated with each other. As a computer user, you need to follow the ethical rules. Okay, so what is ethics? Ethics are the standard rules which you need to follow as a computer user. So, computer ethics is nothing but the set of moral principles that governs the behavior of a group of individuals and regulates the use of computers. There are two prime concerns of this ethical and non-ethical issues. First one, it is easy to duplicate the copyrighted electronic content, and computer ethics would suggest that it is wrong to do so without author's approval. And while it may be possible to access someone's personal information on a computer system, computer ethics says that this action is unethical. That means, see, the computer is just a medium. The information which plays on the computer may be used by the good minded people and with the bad intention of the people. So, these laws and ethics are for the people who are having a bad intention on the data inside the computer. So, today's topic we are going to emphasis on the laws and ethics of the computer. Ethics. Each society forms set of rules that establishes the boundaries of general accepted behavior. So there are certain rules which you need to follow, and that all are nothing but ethics. So ethics is nothing but set of belief about right and wrong behavior. Okay, so ethically we say that this is wrong. If the picture has been a movie has been released in a theater, so it is your responsibility to go in a theater, pay the ticket, pay the taxes, and watch the movie. But what usually people do, they get the pirated copy of the movie and they enjoy it on their mobile. So ethically it is wrong. We should not do like this. Okay, now we will turn towards the second topic, that is intellectual property right. What is intellectual property right? They are the legal rights that provide creators protection for original work. That means, suppose I have created a documentary and someone is trying to copy the documentary without my permission and trying to make duplicate copy of the same documentary and label it by their own, then I have intellectual property right. So it is literacy, artistic, scientific work where you can register and you can make your work as original work, you can label it. Okay, that is called copywriting your work. The performance of performing artists, photographs, broadcasts, invention in all the fields of human endeavor, scientific discoveries, trademarks, this all comes under intellectual property right. If you have seen the picture De Dhakka, in that you must have seen there is a small part been generated by the actor, and it doesn't get registered, and then he needs to pay the this thing fine over there. But then there's a turning point in the same movie that it gets registered. So do watch that movie, you will understand what is copyright. Okay, what is copyright? It refers to the legal right of the owner of intellectual property. In simpler term, copyright is the right to copy. This means that original creator of the product and anyone they give authorization are the only ones with exclusive right to reproduce the work. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is a common problem primarily among students. Okay, Webster dictionaries define plagiarism as to steal and pass off. That means, suppose I got a movie, a pirated movie. Okay, I have seen the movie and I have passed on to all my 10 friends. Now, those 10 friends will see the movie and they will enjoy and they'll pass it on others without creating any source. So why there's a plagiarism? People use an easy and understandable way to adopt plagiarism. It may be caused for many factors, but few of them are lack of time, planning to influence others, fear failures, lack of knowledge, academic skills, lack of enforcement, laziness. So if I'm getting something ready-made without going in a theater, without paying a taxes, without paying money, then why will I not see the movie? but actually ethically it is wrong. Okay, now what is DRM? DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. It is use of technology and system to restrict the use of copyrighted digital materials. See, there are so many photos on Google and many of the photos are being copyrighted. If you are using those photos for your own intention, then you have a DRM where the action will be taken on you if you are using it without author's permission. For example, there was one song, it was in a copyrighted song and that was sung in one of the other private this thing program. So the action was been taken on that program, telling that under DRM, if the song is been registered copyrighted without our permission, you cannot play that song in your program. So DRM is something which is protecting the creator's creativity. Okay, management of digital rights, the personality of expressing and managing the rights to content in electronic or digital form, digital management of rights. Okay, now which all are the components of this DRM? There's a producer, there's a consumer, there's a distributor. So producer will produce the content that will get to the distributor and distributor will give it back to the consumers. Technical and legal perspectives of DRM. DRM perspective involves number of elements that are often used in combination to secure digital content. That is encryption. See, there are various ways to protect your data. One is copyright. Other than copyright, you have encryptions, you have public keys, private keys, you have digital certificates which will help you for DRM. So, what is encryption? Encryption means talking in some, you can say it is a conversion of data into a form called as clip text that cannot be easily understood by unauthorized people. That means, suppose I want to talk with my relative and I don't want other people to understand, so I may use some other coded language, a language of the language of or say a language which the others don't understand, so I can have a secure conversation. So that type of conversation is called encrypted conversation. Then there's a concept of public key and private key that we will just go through. See what is done. A digital certificate is taken by people who are doing online transactions on computer on daily basis. So in digital certificate they get two keys. Now here the key stands for a coded language, a coding. Okay, so they get one private key and one public key. Now see, suppose I want to have conversation with 10 people. So what will I do? I will share my public key, a public code, encryption code with all 10 people. So whenever they want to send me any data, any transaction statement, they will encode the data. Encode means they will convert it into coded form by using that public key. Okay, now they will send the data to me. Now say while sending in between, if there's a hacker, now a hacker will hack the data, but the data is already been what? Encrypted. Now even if he will try to read the data, he won't be able to understand. Now to decode the data, to convert it again into readable format, what he need to do, he need to decode it with the help of private key. But now the the hacker is not having the private key, so now the data will reach to the receiver. Now receiver means me myself, I have my own private key as well. So with the help of my private key, again I will unlock the data. That means I will decode the data and the data will safely reach at my place. So this is called public and private key encryption. Okay, there is a concept called digital certificate. A certificate is given by certifying authority. Okay, this authority assigns you with the two keys which you can use for your daily transactions. What is watermark? Suppose I am taking tuitions and I have created my own tutorial notes, and now someone is coming, some third party person is coming and trying to sell the notes to the students by their own name. So to secure my data, I can put a watermark on it. You all must have learned how to put watermark using MS Word. Okay, see here in the picture itself, it makes it clear a draft is written in the background, which makes it secure that does not belong to the draft, or these notes belong to that particular tuition. There's access control is a fundamental component of data security that dictates who all are allowed to access and use company information and resources. User authentication, this is very important, student. It is a process that allows a device to verify the identity of someone who connects to a network resource. There are many technologies currently available to network administrator to authenticated users. So it limits the authenticity. There's a secure communication control. It is little critical component in effective dialogues, efficient management, and an organized infrastructure. Communication makes negotiation clear, enables smooth transfer of knowledge, and ensures everyone on a team is working towards the same goal. What is this HTTPS? You always must have seen on your web browser while typing a website address. There's HTTPS. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Secure means if the website has been secured, then HTTPS appears. If the website is not secured, then there's a bar, a strike line on HTTPS. That means this website has been not secured. Okay. Next, secure content storage. It makes data editing much quicker among different users and computers. The moment a file is stored in the cloud, it remains secure and reachable for every included party. So that means what you do now, you have cloud networking, you have Google Documents where you can put your data. So you don't need to carry your pen drives, you don't need to carry your mobile, you don't need to carry a floppy or a CD or hard disk with the data. So if the data is on the cloud, if it is on Google Documents, it is secured. Irrespective of location, you just have to log in and you can get access to your data. Okay, so it is right specification language and it is trust infrastructure. DRM provisions in India, section 65A and 65B, which comprises of DRM. So under these sections, you have the right to take action against unauthorized use of your data. Okay, students. So till now, we started with society, laws and ethics. We have seen which all points. We have seen what is computer ethics, what is intellectual property right, copyright, what is plagiarism, digital right management, encryption, digital certificate. Okay, so you all have to do one work, read the textbook carefully, go through it. If you have any doubt, do ask the doubts on WhatsApp. The next part of the same lesson will continue in our next lecture. Okay, have a good day. Bye.